spend half my paycheck at a bar downtown, buying drinks for people I'll never see again. Talking like I'm some version of myself that still believes this lifestyle means something. There's a kid outside playing guitar for spare change, singing songs about falling in love, and for a second I almost envied him for still sounding that hopeful out loud. Meanwhile I've mastered looking unaffected, even when I'm barely staying present. Everybody is performing confidence, like Survivor became competitive. I keep chasing nights that burn too bright, just to feel anything for a while. I keep turning chaos into entertainment, because silence gets dangerous sometimes. And I know this isn't freedom anymore, not the way I pretend it is. It's just me avoiding who I become when there's nobody left to impress. Left to impress. I kissed somebody in the back of a rideshare and forgot her name before I got home. She laughed when I said text me tomorrow, like we both knew I never would. The city looked beautiful crossing the bridge, all gold lights and black water underneath, and somehow that made everything worse, 'cause even beauty feels temporary lately. I think I've confused movement with healing for so long, I can't separate them now, so I keep running in circles, calling it living in the moment instead. I keep chasing nights that burn too bright, till my ears ring into the morning light, till every stranger starts feeling familiar, and every connection disappears by sunrise. And everybody says I should slow down, but slowing down means hearing myself think. And honestly, I'm not sure I like the person waiting underneath all this. Truth is, I built this whole personality around never needing anyone around, staying detached, untouchable, easy on, impossible to hurt. But the truth underneath it is way less impressive. I think I stopped letting people know me, 'cause losing them always feels like losing parts of myself too. So I keep chasing nights that burn too bright, like destruction dressed up as youth. Like maybe if I stay moving long enough, I'll never have to face the truth. But every morning comes back empty, every high wears off eventually, and I'm starting to realize I've been lonely underneath all this the entire time. Street lights fading through the taxi glass, voice gone rough from shouting over music. Another night spent running from myself, another sunrise catching up. You walked in wearing my old hoodie tonight, like you forgot it was ever mine. Everybody at the party kept talking over music, while I kept replaying that in my head. You smiled at me like we were harmless now, like history turns weightless over time. Meanwhile, my chest locked up so hard I had to step outside just to breathe right. And I hate still affects me instantly. After everything I said I'd healed from, I spent months pretending your name meant nothing, and one look wrecked all my progress. You still hit me like a car crash, fast enough I can't react. 1 second I'm finally moving forward, then suddenly I want everything back. And I know that sounds pathetic, but honesty usually does, because nobody talks about how healing breaks sometimes for absolutely no reason at all. No reason at all. There was some guy standing next to you laughing like he already knew your favorite songs, and I caught myself inventing reasons to hate him before he even did anything wrong. That version of me scares me lately, the jealous, smaller, bitter side, the one that turns love into competition and grief into wounded pride. But I still watched you all night anyway, like pain and hope got tangled together. And maybe that's why I can't let go. Part of me still thinks there's something left to say. You still hit me like a car crash, like every nerve wakes up at once. I keep trying to act unaffected while internally coming undone. And everybody says closure's important, like hearts obey logic over time. Meanwhile I'm outside shaking in cold air, trying not to lose my mind tonight. Truth is, I don't miss the relationship anymore. I miss certainty. Back when loving you felt simple before, every memory got contaminated by wondering who failed who first. And maybe that's why seeing you hurt so badly, 'cause you look like proof that life kept moving without me. You still hit me like a car crash, even after all this time apart. Like some broken reflex inside my body still mistakes painful love. And I know eventually this feeling fades, at least that's what everybody claims. But standing outside your friend's apartment tonight, it honestly feels impossible. Music shaking through the walls. You left somewhere back inside. Cold air burning in my lungs, while the city keeps moving on. You called me hard to love last winter. I laughed like it didn't hurt, but I still hear it in quiet moments, like a curse I somehow earned. Now every room feels temporary, every night blurs into one. I keep chasing noise and strangers just to outrun what I've become. And I swear I was easier before this. I don't recognize myself tonight, not in these flashing lights, not in the way I need somebody just to make it through the night. I keep saying I'm alright, but I'm tired all the time. And every version of the future feels like something I survived. There's a party shaking through these walls, everybody's young and loud downstairs. I'm sitting on the bathroom floor alone, trying not to look at old pictures again. You look this. I don't think I miss you anymore. I miss who I was before losing you became part of my personality. Before every good thing started feeling temporary. Before I learned how to hide panic behind charm. And maybe that's why nothing feels real now. I don't recognize myself tonight, but maybe that's the point. Maybe losing people changes you forever. Maybe healing doesn't make you who you are. I keep saying I'll be fine while destroying myself slowly. And all these crowded rooms still feel empty when you're the only thing I can see. I can see. Music shaking through the ceiling, phone light glowing in the dark. Another night pretending I'm healing, another night falling apart. I've been staying out till bars start closing. Anything to avoid my apartment again. The mirror in my bathroom's getting harder to look at, like it knows everywhere I've been. There's a girl at the counter who keeps touching my arm, like she can tell I came here wrecked. I tell her I'm just tired from working too much. She laughs like she's heard that one before. And maybe she has. Maybe everybody's barely holding it together now. We just hide it better under loud music and expensive clothes. I'm getting good at looking alive while something inside me keeps shutting down. Everybody says I'm doing better lately, but they only see me in crowded rooms now. And I keep chasing nights that feel electric, just to avoid what happens when they end. Because silence hits harder every morning when you wake up alone again. I saw my reflection in a taxi window somewhere crossing downtown at 3 a.m. And for 1 second I looked exactly like my father, back when he stopped believing in himself. That scared me more than losing you ever did. So now I flirt with strangers like it means something. Drink too much when the room goes quiet. Keep collecting temporary distractions like they'll eventually turn into a life. But every high burns out by sunrise and leaves me emptier than before. Like I'm building my whole identity out of things that disappear overnight. I'm getting good at looking alive, smiling like I'm finally okay. Meanwhile, every version of me after midnight feels harder and harder to explain. Truth is, I don't think I know how to be loved anymore. Not without turning it into performance or panic or something temporary. Because somewhere along the way I started confusing attention with connection. And now real intimacy feels terrifying. Nobody else can tell. Taxi lights bleeding through the glass, music echoing from somewhere downstairs. Another night almost felt meaningful until it ended like all the others. There's a coffee cup still sitting by the sink. I should have thrown it out weeks ago. The apartment sounds louder when I can't sleep. Every little thing echoes. I take the long way home most nights just to avoid our street. Red lights bleeding through the rain while your ghost rides next to me. And everybody says time fixes everything, but time just gives me more room to think. I still hear your voice when the city goes quiet. Still see your shadow under flickering lights. You move through my head like smoke in an empty room, no matter what I do. And I swear I'm fine till the silence hits different, till 2 in the morning turns into your memory again. I keep driving nowhere, trying not to lose it, but every road somehow runs back to you. I laugh when people ask me how I've been, like I almost believe it too. But the truth is I talk to your side of the bed more than I talk to anyone new. There's 1,000 ways to disappear without leaving town. So I drink just enough to blur your face, but never enough to drown it out. And maybe moving on just means learning how to carry the. Still hear your voice when the city goes quiet. Still see your shadow under flickering lights. You move through my head like smoke in an empty room, no matter what I do. And I swear I'm fine till the silence hits different, till 2 in the morning turns into your memory again. I keep driving nowhere, trying not to lose it, but every road somehow runs back to you. Neon reflections on the windshield, static on the radio. I thought if I kept moving, maybe I'd finally let you go. But your name still burns inside my chest, like a cigarette I can't put out. I still hear your voice when the city goes quiet, like you never left, like you're still alive in my mind. And every empty room turns into a crime scene of what we used to be. And I swear these nights keep getting colder. The world keeps moving, but I'm pulled under. I keep driving nowhere with my hands shaking, trying to outrun a memory that's wearing your face.